sure you want to do this? You're taking a real risk.
It's worth it. I can't believe I'm holding you.
Neither can I.
It's killing me pretending not to care. Pretending to hate you. When the truth is, I love you.
I love you.
What the hell is that for?
For being a self-centered idiot who had it all. We all loved you, Todd. Me and the kids.
Nothing's changed.
Hey, nothing ever changes. With you. Nothing. No matter how many times I try to rebuild this family and invite you to be a part of it, you whip out that big ego of yours and you beat us to death with it.
Think it's my fault? Do you blame me for getting you pregnant?
Okay, how am I supposed to answer that, Cole?
I don't know. I was thinking with a yes or a no.
Okay, first off, I don't like the word blame because it makes it sound like we did something terrible and we didn't.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. Because if anybody is to blame, it's my dad for wanting to ship me off to Hawaii.
But then we slept together.
Then we slept together.
But I'm not the one who's pregnant here. If my mom ever taught me anything, it's that you have to be completely honest with the people you love. So I need to know, do you blame me?
Yes. Okay, yes. I blame you.
Langston's pregnant.
What did you say?
Congratulations, Nana.
Okay, wait. I'm just checking here. What was that? And remember, I'm a guy whose brain basically flatlines when he comes within 10 feet of you. And at 10 inches, it's draining out of my ears. Was that goodbye?
But it's not exactly your fault, Cole.
Okay, so you blame me, but it's not my fault.
Okay, look, blame is not my word. You wanted to use that word, not me.
Okay, still.
Still? Yes, I am pregnant. And that's not what we wanted to happen, and you are the father. So yes, biologically... But Cole, look, I was there too, okay? So if I should blame anybody, I blame myself.
You've always been very imaginative and highly creative. It's one of the things I love about you. You're joking, right?
No, we're not. And we're very sorry. We were planning on telling you, in a better way, but we just didn't want to upset you.
Any way you would have told me would have been a shock. So, you really are pregnant?
Yeah.
I see. Boy You better run.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to attend to my daughter's kidnapping.
She wasn't kidnapped, Todd. She ran away from you.
It's my fault. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we should just concentrate on trying to find her.
And how are we going to do that? You've hired, you've fired, you've terrorized every PI on the East Coast. I mean, you got nothing. That's why I called John McBain.
That was a brilliant move, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sure Lee Ramsey is going to put my daughter's safety at the top of his priority list.
Because of you. But John is going to...
John! John! Oh, John! Why didn't I think of you? Beloved John, the John that couldn't find Sam.
Oh, well, stop.
John who let Cole
Sam
off the
is
hook for
upstairs
shooting Miles.
right now. Your little boy is sleeping safely in his bed because John kept Marcy from crossing the border when she wanted to get away from you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blair. I tend to go after the children of mine who have been kidnapped.
I thought that maybe, you know, if I gave it enough time, you'd come to your senses and you'd realize that your little girl has completely grown up. And you do not have the right to make her choices for her. You do not have the right to lock her up and to threaten her friends. I thought maybe, Todd is going to see that she's unhappy and that he's making his family unhappy. But no, you don't see it because that ego comes out again. And everybody else be damned. You don't like something, you throw this big old tantrum. Well, you know what, Todd? Your little pity party's over. Why don't you grow up?
Just tell me, is this really happening? Because if I am wrong, I don't think I can take it.
You're not wrong.
You swear?
I love you.
Say it again.
I love you.
I love you. I'm such an idiot.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I wasted a year more trying to be something that didn't even make me happy. Not that your family is not great. They are amazing, but I thought I needed to be a Buchanan, but what I needed was you.
But you can't have me, Jared. And I can't have you.
Hey, go easy on him. He's not as young as he used to be.
Speak for yourself.
It's just been so long.
I know. Just we gotta be careful. I'm sure I ditched Eddie. Picks up our trail and sees the two of you together.
I'm not so sure I care.
Sure you do. You care that we bring Ramsey down, and you care that Bo gets his job back.
I know. Of course.
We get Ramsey out of the department, it'll all be worth it.
Don't you dare talk to me like I'm a child.
You're worse than a child. Children at least learn from their mistakes. You keep doing the same bonehead mistake over and over again.
I apologized to Star for the whole Hawaii move, and she forgave me. End of story.
Right, and she was in such a forgiving mood that she ran away.
That's not my fault!
Really?
God! It's not my fault. I eased up on her on the whole thing. I mean, I let her go to school.
Wait, stop right there. You hear yourself? You let her go to school? Who do you think you are, Todd?
I'm her father.
Yeah, I'm her mother. And did you ask me one time my opinion? No, you just laid down the law.
Somebody asked you. I mean,
What are you talking about?
did you even know? Did you see for a second that our daughter was getting up close and personal with some steroid raging freak? Did you see it?
Are you talking about Cole Thornhart?
I think
He's
so.
a good boy.
He is?
Yes, he is, and he's gone through a very hard time. And if he turned to Star for comfort,
Oh, I don't think so. He's trying to use her.
he wasn't using her.
Well, You weren't there. I saw them. In bed together, naked. And if I hadn't got there in time, you would have raped her.
Oh, the only rapist within 100 miles of this situation is you, Todd.
Okay, we have a situation here. And yeah, it's not what I wish would have happened, but I would not take back one thing that I said or felt that night, okay?
Me neither.
I just wish that we would have had a conversation. I mean, that we would have talked about it, that you would have worn a condom. I really wish that I'm not pregnant.
You dirty, filthy degenerate!
It's okay. It's okay.
How can it be okay? You are a child and you're about to become a mother.
I'm very old for my age. I mean,
This hormonal punk took advantage of you.
He did not.
I would never take advantage of her, Dr. Lord.
Langston is special.
Yes.
She is unique.
You took
she
the words
is
right out of my mouth.
a gifted writer. And you're nothing. You are zero. I don't know what you said to this exceptional young woman to convince her to have unprotected sex with you, but so help me, after I cut out your tongue, I'm gonna aim further south.
Will you stop it? God, you sound just like Mr. Manning.
Ramsey knows I'm desperate. He saw me steal the money from the drug bust. He's got the three of us fighting each other. I mean, and now with my hand in the till, he thinks he's won.
Well, I'm all for moving this along, but if Ramsey really bought this, then why did he have Eddie tailing us?
Look, all Eddie saw was the two of you trying to ditch him so you could be alone. He's probably telling Ramsey that now. Look, I don't know what else we could do to possibly get Ramsey to let his guard down. Do you?
No.
We've watched Ramsey operate long enough to know that he's not going to put himself out in front on this.
So? I go to him.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help you anymore. You're on your own with this.
No, obviously this isn't about me.
It's always about you, Todd. You think the world has offered you this free pass. Why? Huh? Because you have suffered. Well, guess what? We've all suffered. And some of us who've grown up have accepted it and moved past it.
I'll ask you again, what would you have done had you discovered your little girl in this punk?
She's not so little anymore, Todd.
She's a minor.
Yeah, and so is he. And they love each other.
So you approve of this?
I'm not saying that I approve. I'm just saying that I understand, Todd. I understand. I mean, they're young. They've been together a long time. And Cole, he'd proved time and time again how much he cared for her.
God, you make me sick.
He didn't rape her.
You weren't there!
Well, you weren't there either. You weren't there, Todd. You know what you did? You went back in your mind, back with Marty. It's all about your guilt about Marty. You saw Star and Cole in bed together, and that's where you went.
I see, so he rips her clothes off, he drags her into bed, and he's not interested in sex.
Sex isn't rape. Especially when your daughter was just as interested. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it didn't happen. Nothing happened. But now that you've run them out of town, I can guarantee you that's exactly what they're doing.
We made a mistake. People make mistakes, all right? It's what you do next that counts.
We ran away, Cole.
Okay, I asked you to think about what you want to do next, right? How were you supposed to do that with your dad around? He was freaking you out. You know, if your dad was halfway human, we might be back in Lambview figuring out all this stuff together.
Okay, you're right, but what father is going to be cool with his 16-year-old daughter being pregnant?
Your father is never cool. All right, you cross him and he goes straight to crazy. And it doesn't matter who you are. Look at what he did to Mrs. McBain. And guess what? She had to run away too. Now, I'm sorry if I'm saying too much, but...
No. Cole, you're right. My dad is a really hard person to love.
What did you say? I said you sound just like Todd. Well, that hurts.
The truth always does.
What about the truth? That you are 16 years old And you're pregnant. I expected more of you. You should expect more of yourself.
She can be pregnant and still be an awesome person.
How awesome is she going to be walking around with your squalling brat on her hip?
Okay, look, I think you're getting a little wound up about this.
You've just told me you're pregnant.
I know, but that doesn't mean...
Did you stop for even a second to consider what your life was going to become before you gave yourself to this non-entity?
Hey, I may not be rich like you or famous.
You are thoughtless and selfish and mindless, and that's why you had sex without using protection. And now Langston could have any number of sexually transmitted diseases. Langston, you could have chlamydia, you could have gonorrhea,
look,
syphilis,
I can promise
AIDS.
you I don't have any of those.
Oh, really? How can you be so sure? Because you trust this creep? Please, Langston, you're smarter than that. Didn't you think about how you were about to sacrifice your life, your future, and for what? For this? Oh, no. No. You should never have made such a reckless mistake. You're a Kramer now.
If this is how a Kramer is supposed to act, you know what, maybe I'm not a Kramer. Not anymore.
What are you doing?
I'm bringing us back to Earth. This can't happen.
But this is happening, Natalie.
Look, we can't take it anywhere. I can't tell my family the truth about you.
Blandview is a time zone away.
But I live there. We both live there. You live in my grandfather's house.
So I'll move out.
Jared, you own shares in the company. I mean, you're on the board. If my dad and Uncle Bo find out that you're not really a Buchanan, you could do jail time for fraud. So could Nigel.
Look, we've had this conversation so many times. Can we not have it tonight? Tonight, we go back in time. It's not May 2008, it's November 2007 when we were down here for the reading of Ace's will, the night we first told each other how we felt. Before I screwed everything up. Natalie, give us back that night. And look, from here, I will figure out where we move next. Please.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
Star and Cole ran away, and I promised Marty I'd look out for him.
I get it, John. Go do what you gotta do. Go find the kids. We'll be fine.
Park the car outside the gate.
Are you leaving now?
Yeah, but I gotta find Cole before Manning does.
Okay.
All right, look, I checked you guys into the hotel in a room under my name.
All right, you mean in case Eddie actually does his job?
Exactly. Look, you guys get going, all right? And don't sleep in too late. Go on, get out of here.
You are my responsibility, Langston.
Okay, look, I'm not ready to talk about this. Can we just stop yelling, please?
It seems to be the only way to get through to you two.
Well, it's too late for that, okay? I mean, is this how a Kramer is supposed to handle a situation?
A Kramer's not supposed to get into a situation like this in the first place.
Please! I mean, I've only lived in this house for 6 months, and even I know that Kramers are always getting in trouble. And besides, I thought the whole point of being a Kramer is that you come running when another Kramer needs you. You have each other's backs.
I've got her back, and I'm just a Rivera.
You got a lot more than her back, and that is the problem.
Okay, no, the problem is what we're gonna do now. And the way that you just came down on me, I completely understand why Star ran away.
With your help?
Yes, with my help. Why should she stay here and get screamed at?
That was Todd.
Oh, okay. Well, where was Mrs. Manning? You know, where the hell were you? I mean, Star needed help. Her dad is psycho, and you let him lock her up in your own house? But no, who cares about Star? You had a wedding to plan.
I was out of town, and I admit that I have been somewhat preoccupied lately.
Somewhat. I can't even get you on the phone. Half the time, I don't even know where you are.
It's true. She's always trying to find you.
You shut up!
Oh, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, Star and I are the only real Kramers left. We take care of each other. Because right now, it seems that being a Kramer means putting up with maniacs like Mr. Manning. And if that's what being a Kramer means, then count me out.
So I'm the big bad wolf here, and no one else is to be blamed. Certainly not you for letting Star get close to this punk, and certainly not Cole for dragging her around
Okay,
town.
you know what? I am to blame.
Right.
You're right. You're right. I'm to blame for not reining you in, because that seems to be my job as your wife. But I can't always be there to be on duty, so you're just going to have to change things, Todd.
I'm not changing a thing.
Well, you know what? Then you're going to lose everything. You already lost Star. You're going to lose me, and then the boys.
I got you on a contract. As for the boys, they're on my side.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Unless you want to give me back my $5 million.
I'm not joking here, Todd. I'm tired of cleaning up after you. You hear me? The world was not created just for you. We're not here to make you happy.
Don't you get tired of this, Blair? Using me as your personal
Oh, you
punching
bet
bag?
I do. Yeah, really. I hate it. But when we first got together, Todd, we were both mean as sin and selfish. But then we had those beautiful kids, and I wanted to change. I didn't want to hurt them. I toned it down.
So did I.
Yeah, I thought so. When you got Sam back, I really thought so. But I was wrong.
So what do you want?
I want you to dial it down permanently.
Is that code for letting John McBain call all the shots?
It's not a contest, Todd. I'm just trying to find our daughter.
I'm not.
Look, the closer you get to her, the faster she runs. Now, if you really want to find her and bring her home here, you'll just let John do his job.
So this is a test. Is that right?
Do you want Star home or not? Yes or no?
Please.
You want to bring her back?
So basically, you want me to do it your way?
Yes, just accept that you're no help here, okay?
Okay.
You're pissed.
Yeah, you're making me pretty mad.
Everybody makes you mad, Todd. I'm just the only one that can handle it. Now, you admitted that when you decided to send us all to Hawaii, that forced those kids together. Now you locking Star up into this house has forced her away. If you keep the bully tactics, Star's gonna disappear for good.
You okay?
Hey, Cole. Do you remember Patty Piscatelli?
Black hair, right?
Yeah, and she was always in detention. Well, me and Langston once overheard her and her best friend talking, and she said that you can't get pregnant the first time you have sex. And me and Langston actually laughed at her.
Well, people are supposed to get pregnant. That's how the species continues.
Right, but not until after college.
Hey, listen. If what you really want is an abortion, I'll drive you there myself. I'll wait for you, and I'll take you home afterwards and take care of
you. You're the best person that I know.
Right? Well, it's a little lumpy, but
No, it's fine. It's fine, Cole. It's fine. Cole, thank you. for leaving Landview and for trashing your life for me.
When I lost my mom, I didn't think I'd ever be happy again. I mean, yeah, I knew I'd survive, but I didn't think I'd be happy. And that night with you, I would do anything for you. You know that.
Will you sleep with me tonight? I mean, just sleep.
I know what you mean. That's one thing I regretted. Your dad bursting in the door and didn't get a chance to fall asleep together.
I would like that.
Me too.
Excuse me. I need to say something. I want to apologize. I know that my life has gotten very complicated lately. And you're right. I didn't intercede on Star's behalf. And I shouldn't be allowing Todd to live in this house. But most of all, I'm very sorry that you feel that I wasn't here for you. And I want you to know that I'm here now, and you can count on me.
I found McBain's car at the Lakeside Inn. Checked the front desk, they're registered. Yeah, I just saw her, Commissioner. Guaranteed McBain inside here and for the night.
Do you know how long I've waited for this?
Really, and I thought John was keeping you pretty busy.
Oh, well, he's a great man, but he's not my man. But I know there are all sorts of ladies who wouldn't have minded making out with him in public. He does have those blue eyes.
Really?
Yes.
And how far do those blue eyes go? I mean, do they make up for the fact that the guy only has about 25 words in his vocabulary?
He only uses about 15 of them.
Huh. What about his hair?
I like his hair. What's wrong with his hair?
No? Well, bottom line, he doesn't dance.
No, he does not dance.
When you're on your own and you're running out of light, it can be a real long ride. When you're running out of time, so when the time is right, don't hold back. When the time is right, don't hold back. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter where you start, only matters where you end. It can be a real long road when I'm looking in your eyes. Give me just one chance. Give me just one more try. When the time is right. Don't hold back. When the time is right. Don't hold back. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you've been, doesn't matter where you start, only matters where you end. When the time is right. Don't hold back. 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 When the time is right. Don't hold
So, about tomorrow.
No. Tomorrow doesn't exist until we get out of bed. And that is not happening anytime soon.
Okay. But I was going to say something before you jumped the gun.
Sorry.
Can we put it off?
What?
Tomorrow. I mean, I'm not one to live in the past, but I really like November 2007.
Me too.
We have to get Ramsey.
And you're thinking about Ramsey now?
We have to get him, like, tomorrow, because I can't wait another 2 months for you. Not like this.
As far as I'm concerned, you're not gonna have to wait another 2 minutes.
You know, if there's one thing I've learned in life, is that there is always a solution for any problem. We're gonna handle this situation together.
Star, you awake?
What's it gonna be? Am I gonna have to do this myself?
I thought you wanted me to back off.
I want you to be a parent, not a one-man militia.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna call John, because I want to get our daughter back. I'm going to tell him to do everything he can to bring her home. And I'm also going to tell him that he has your full support. Does he? You let me know when you're serious about being a part of this family.
Thanks for information on Cole's car, Nora. Yeah, keep an eye on Manning. If he steps out of the way, everybody comes back in one piece. If he doesn't, all bets are off. I gotta go.
If you're a teenager, I bet you think about sex. Are you ready for it? Will you say no? Or if you say yes, will you be sure to use protection? Have a plan. Think about what you would do in the heat of the moment before it really happens. Because in real life, you don't get a retake. Teen pregnancy is 100% preventable. Find out more at stayteen.org.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
Open up, Saeed.
I'm the real man.
The kid's not mine.
What?
His father's some guy named Balsam.
Don't go into this with any doubts.
You love Rex, don't you?
Watch weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.